Welcome, everyone. My name is David Fraser. I'm the owner of Bunkie Life. Hello, Rose from Nova Scotia. Hey, Mahmood. Hey, Striker. Good people tuning in all from all over Canada. My work day begins before 6 o'clock. By the sweat of my brow, I've earned all that I got. Don't need my name in the papers or my face on the news, but using my hands is how I'm loving you. The factory, the farm, the truck and the rig. The hours are hard and the pay ain't that big, but a nod that you see me is the least you could do, 'cause using my hands is how I'm loving you. And I'm madder than hell, I got fire in my bones, and I'm standing for those who wanna be left alone. You can't look me in the eye, or you'll know that it's true. Oh, that standing my ground is how I'm loving you. There'll be no need to thank me when all of this is done. Just leave my daughters alone and let me raise my sons. Take your big fancy words and protect what is true, 'cause using my hands is how I'm loving you. And we're madder than hell, we got fire in my bones, and I'm standing for those who wanna be left alone. You can't look me in the eye, or you'll know that it's true. Oh, that standing my ground is how I'm loving you. Oh, standing my ground is how I'm loving you. Oh, standing my ground is how I'm loving you.
Hi, I'm David Fraser, founder of Bunkie Life. We're in the building industry, but what we're famous for are small log cabins called Bunkies that can be easily built in a weekend without a permit or a second mortgage. Ultimately, we help our clients create extra space for more meaningful connection. Yes, we help our clients get a cool bunkie. But if you think it's just about the bunkie, you've already missed the point. Really what this is about is creating the space and time for more meaningful connection, and having a bunkie is just part of that journey. It's not just about the space, it's about what happens in the space, how it enables more connection. It allows you to spend that quality time with family and friends. It allows you to be there for each other in both senses of the phrase. We are the market leaders in educational videos and content, and we also provide an easy to build or built for you bunkie kit that enables people to have more space to connect. The bunkie is often the difference between that friend or family member coming or not, being there for each other or not. The reason we do this is because we believe family comes first, and when it comes to being there for each other, there are no do-overs. That's one of the reasons we've decided to partner with Ronald McDonald House Charities of Canada in their goal of keeping families close. Because ultimately, we want to bring about a world where families everywhere have a place to unite, unwind, and unplug. I get up every morning excited to help families create extra space for meaningful connection. Thanks for listening, and can't wait to hear from you.
All right, well, welcome, Bunkie Life or diehards. This is going to be a really fun evening. So right now we're competing with the actual Super Bowl, the Super of Bowls. If you want to comment, who you think is going to win? I think it's the Rams and somebody else is playing. I don't even know. I haven't followed football in a while. I played football back in high school, but I've been out of the. I just feel like it's too indulgent for me to get involved in professional sports on the spectator level with 3 small kids. So it's currently on the shelf for me watching. Even I watch like hockey here and there. Kind of watch the highlights and stuff, and maybe the Stanley Cup Finals. But yeah, that's where I'm at in life, and I'd love to hear where people are saying Rams. A lot of people are saying Rams. Looks like some people saying Bengals, but a lot of people are saying Rams. So yeah, it's going to be a fun evening. It's going to be an interview with someone, and then we're also going to. I'll just run through a really quick overview of like some of the extra kind of surrounding things that a lot of our clients have chosen to put with their bunkies to kind of get that perfect bunkie finish. So that's kind of the idea. And it is exactly 1 week until the close of this contest. We're going to give away 2 bunkies. And I'm super, super jazzed and super excited. This has been the biggest contest ever, for sure. We're already at more people in the contest than ever in the past. And we still have a week to go. So people saying nice hair. My wife said, gel your hair, you look like a slob. So this is, I need a haircut. So let's talk about what's happening in the next little bit. So like I said, we're going to have a few live streams between now and the contest closed. So Tuesday, so 2 days from today, we have behind the scenes, which is kind of like the why behind Bunkie Life, why we exist, what goes on behind the scenes. Tell you a little bit about my family story. On Thursday, we have actually 3 or 4 huge surprise announcements. It should be huge surprise announcements because we have a lot of cool things to talk about. So that's Thursday. And then, of course, Sunday, we're announcing the winner. So those are the kind of the 3 things coming on. And then, of course, as soon as the contest closes, we have the Epic Winner Sale, which is on for an entire week. And that's always our biggest thing. So that's kind of our agenda tonight. Some people are asking some good questions here. Someone says, can you put AC in the bunkie? Yes. Can the wood stove go anywhere you'd like in the bunkie? Sort of. There's some considerations there. Usually it's a good idea to put them in the back of the bunkie if you're using a loft bunkie so that they don't crash into your loft. But other than that, you can pretty much put them in most places. And the cubic mini wood stoves mount on the wall. So we'll get into all that. I have a quick, like I said, really quick presentation. Oh, is my sound working? Yeah, my sound's working. Okay. I think my sound was not working for this one. No, it was working. Okay. One person has no sound, but the rest of you guys can hear me, right? Okay. So that's our week coming up. Also, I want to tell you a little bit about the sale. Like I said, it starts February 27th, or ends February 27th, starts on the 20th. It's always our biggest sale of the year. For those of you who have watched for more than 1 or 2 years, it's always our biggest sale of the year. No, that's not to say we don't do other little things throughout the year, but that's our biggest one. And the details are going to be announced very, very soon. All right. Let's get into tonight's presentation, which is all about, the perfect bunkie finish, essentially. Give me 1 second. Let's get to it. Okay. Bam. This is the perfect bunkie finish. Go to the start of it. Okay. Perfect bunkie finish. So there's a lot of kind of finishing touches we've noticed our clients have chosen to put on their bunkies. These are additional items, things like that. And some of them we actually offer now. And then some of them are things that you can get elsewhere. And then we kind of source some people that we recommend kind of thing. But you can choose kind of from many different suppliers. So This is really the fun part of the bunkie build. You got your bunkie built, you got your roof on. Where do you go from there? So there's kind of major categories. Decor, we'll call it. There's furniture, additional windows, which you can get from us. In fact, I would highly recommend getting them from us. Solar panels, which we'll get into with our special guest. Internet, which is an option. How do you get the internet from your cottage or your house back to the bunkie if it's kind of far away? Heating, which we went into a little bit last stream, but we'll go into more detail. And then, of course, what do you do for the bathroom situation, which is a very, very common question. So basically, the interior can be as creative as you want it to be. There's just a plethora of ideas on our Facebook page, as well as the private Facebook group. Once you become a client, there's kind of the group of all the Bunkie Life clients, and there's tons and tons of fun stuff kind of being shared there. So a lot of people ask, do I have to stain the inside or whitewash it? You can totally do that. Some people do that. Not necessary. A lot of people just leave it kind of as is, which will look more like this here. But some people choose to stain the inside as well. It's kind of more of an aesthetic thing. Okay, so decor. Kind of want something that's beautiful, unique to you, and functional. That's kind of the best of both worlds, of all worlds. A lot of people ask about additional windows. So you can order a window when you order your bunkie, and we can put it on your load. You just have to kind of insert it while you build it. Or if you have a bunkie and you want to add a window to it, it's really easy to retrofit after your bunkie's already built. Really, really easy to do that. A lot of people ask about solar panel options. Here's a bunkie, actually the top right one is my bunkie, and then the one on the left is one we built for Make-A-Wish. And so solar panel options, there's lots out there, and we can connect you with a few people that supply that type of thing. And it's totally a great addition if you're kind of off-grid. Also, a friend of mine does kind of the smart bunkie uplink. Get your Wi-Fi to your bunkie kind of idea. So let us know if that's something you might want to be connected to. And then heating. So there's tons of options. This is Ethan here with a Cubic mini wood stove Grizzly. And a lot of people are experimenting with propane. I don't know too much about it myself because I never used it. But electric heat, if you have the electricity from the house to the cottage, is a great solution as well. You can do baseboard heaters if you have an electrician to help you wire it up. You can use you plug-in heaters. There's tons of different options and very low maintenance. Another solution that I've got pretty good experience with. We heat and cool our house with these are what are called ductless heat pumps or ductless mini splits. So you have a kind of a big compressor outside that runs to the head. You can see in the bottom right here, that head. And they're very energy efficient. They heat in the winter and they cool in the summer. And there's different versions of them. We were selling one last year that was kind of DIY, install yourself. And we kind of just realized it's simpler for people to go buy it at Home Depot and Lowe's and stuff. So if you need recommendations there's a number of different brands. But in the right scenario where you have power, a ductless mini split is a really cool option. And not too much money. Like for under $2,000 at least last year, you could get a really fantastic solution that would both heat and cool. And then another thing that's common is the bathroom. So people often wonder, what do we do for a bathroom? We sell a little 6x6 bathroom bunkie. We call it the bathroom bunkie, which is just a little micro shed basically. And a lot of people add a composting toilet. This is a Nature's Head toilet. Off-grid showers, that type of thing. I'll share a video of one of our clients, what she's done. Somebody had a question about the heat pump. So somebody asked, how noisy is the heat pump? Thinking of the neighbor. They're not that noisy at all. It's quite, it's like a small fan, basically blowing. There's also Sunmar composting toilets out of Burlington. We were also selling their stuff, but it was just way less complicated to just say, hey, go buy it from Sunmar, go buy it from Home Depot. So we're no longer selling Sunmar, but I still have one. I still think it's a good product. They just were slow getting product out to us to get to our clients and made us look bad. So we're just kind of, recommending them, but not selling for them. So yeah, that's kind of the bathroom thing. And let me play a little video. This is Isolina's Airbnb scenario. So she's got I think it's a 2019 loft bunkie, and then she's got a little bathroom bunkie to the right there in the picture. I'll play this video. Can you guys hear this? She's kind of saying, I'm giving you the tour of the house.
And
I might have to dictate it.
Surrounded by beauty and nature.
You're saying it's surrounded by beauty and nature?
Bunkie tour, because I've been promising to do that for a while and people have been asking me.
So here's our bathroom.
So before we go inside, I want to show you the exterior. It's this adorable 6x6 cabin. It's hard to see completely because I'm so close to it, but I built a outdoor shower, which I can't get to right now, but I'll show you that in the summer. And so here is the bathroom bunkie. So I put a shower in here and it has been working out great. It is run by an off-grid water system and an electric water heater that has 2.5 gallons in it. As you can see, it's very spacious, all considering. I have a heated mat underneath the rug. I also have an off-grid sink that you can see that I got for free on Marketplace. And it uses off-grid water and a pump, fishing pump actually, that's for fishing, believe it or not. And then here's my pride and joy, my homemade composting toilet that cost me less than $150. Everybody has to sit down on this seat. This is a portable toilet, which I featured in one of my other videos, but I have it all set up properly here. So if you can see, there is a bucket in there. I put some shavings in there. And there is a fan that vents out to the outside. You can't really see it. And that causes it to take out all the odors from the pee-pee. There is a hole at the bottom of our bunkie that we have so that the urine can drain right into a septic bed that we built. It's a French drain, it's called. And here are the shavings and a little milk can. So if you can see, it's pretty spacious for 6x6. I made that out of a piece of wood and just drilled it to the wall and added some hooks to it. That's an old shelf. And like I said, that's the shower. And it's an off-grid system. So it uses a portable shower pump that you basically just press the button and it drains the water and or it sucks up the water and then you have a shower. And so far people have been able to use it in the winter. And I don't want to film myself, but that's it pretty much. It is perfect. I love it. It's from Bunkie Life and it's the 6x6 bathroom bunkie.
All right, well, special thanks to Isolina for doing that for us. And that's kind of my presentation. Now, there's a whole rabbit hole you can go into, obviously, right? So I just want to give you the rough overview of what's possible, because sometimes people don't realize, oh, I can do, the little bathroom bunkie, you can do a lot more than just a composting toilet. So obviously Isolina's got it really laid out well, and he's using it really in a smart professional way. And there's tons and tons of those kind of ideas floating around on our Facebook page, but also on that private group as well. So which you're invited to as soon as you become a client. Now, I interviewed someone that is a Canadian guy. He runs Canadian Off-Grid Depot, and they have a lot of the solutions that Isolina was kind of alluding to. They kind of sell them all over Canada, and I thought it'd be an excellent interview. So I interviewed him earlier this week. We recorded it, and he's watching the Super Bowl right now with his wife. So without further ado, this is Ryan from Canadian Off-Grid Depot, and we interviewed kind of about what different options they have, and I hope you'll find it engaging. Hey everybody, I'm here with Mr. Ryan Brooks from Canadian Off-Grid, and he's just a fantastic guy. And okay, I'll tell you the backstory of how we met. So basically, some of our clients, you may remember Dan, who lives off-grid in his bunkie full time. He was texting me about a month ago and said, "Hey, you got to check out this cool fridge I just got." And so of course, I went down the rabbit hole of these cool fridges. They're made in Ontario, and that led me to Ryan essentially in his whole business. And I thought he'd be an excellent guy to kind of talk about, the bigger bunkie picture in terms of you got the structure, how do you kind of snaz it out? And so, Ryan, I really appreciate you taking the time to interview with me today.
Yeah, thanks, David. So as David mentioned, I own a Canadian Off-Grid Depot, and I'm based here in Ontario, but I do sales across Canada, and I specialize in off-grid living appliances. Having a background as a gas and oil fitter, I used to actually work for Unique Appliances, the manufacturer that David was explaining, where we were doing mostly propane appliances and then branched off and started doing 12, 24 volt appliances. And now they have a full lineup of 12, 24 volt off-grid powered fridges and freezers, which would be a perfect fit for Bunkie Life.
Okay, so yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So a lot of our clients are, they have a cottage. Maybe the cottage is off grid itself, or maybe it's just like, no water or some different degrees of water and electricity. But a lot of times the bunkie is like, separated from the cottage, or it's pretty far away from the cottage. So tell us about like, some things you thought of in terms of like, what you could bolt onto a bunkie to make it even better.
Yeah, so for a bunkie, I'd say that's in a distance away and you have guests coming up and you want to make it simple. So let's say toilet wise, they don't, they want to be able to have their own little area. Well, we could go with the Separate, which is a urine diverting composting toilet made in Finland. It's very easy to use. It's small. It's actually called the Separate Tiny.
Okay.
And that would be a perfect fit for inside a bunkie when it comes to toilet purposes. If you wanted to provide supplemental heating, you could go with a small wood stove, or if you're not interested in doing wood and you want to be able to just turn the dial for a set temperature, you go with the Martin brand of wall heaters. So an 8,000 BTU propane powered wall heater, direct vent. So there's no concern with exhaust or anything like that. It could vent right through the side and heat the space quite well.
Yeah, some of our clients have used that, and I haven't got into it myself yet. But basically, it takes air in from the sidewall, goes in, burns it, and then right out. Like there's no piping going up into the roof or anything.
Nope, nothing. Yeah. And it's super simple to install. To be honest, a lot of customers do it themselves. You can run it off of, say, a 30, 40, even 100-pound propane tank, feed the pipe through the wall, connect it to the unit. It comes with a mounting bracket. You drill your hole, and it's essentially a pipe within a pipe. And that's your fresh air is on the the first pipe, and your flue is on the second pipe.
Yep.
Mount it through the wall. It looks like a fireplace exhaust kind of on the outside of the cabin. And then you put your wall heater on there, set the temperature, and away you go.
Does it need any type of electricity, or like how does it ignite?
That's the best part. So if you set it, it's like lighting a fireplace. So it does have a standing pilot. So it's fully off grid. So if you're not using it, you turn it off, turn the pilot off. You're not burning propane and consuming fuel. But say you have guests coming and you want to warm up the space a little bit, say it's spring, fall, or even the winter if they insulate. Turn the pilot on, you can set it for low, medium, high, and it'll heat that space up with an 8,000 BTU, which is the smallest they make. It'd be perfect.
Yeah, for sure. Like I think some of our cubic mini wood stoves are like similar BTUs, and they're just perfect for it. Like because some clients have put in full on wood stoves in their bunkies, and it's just like too much heat. So now they're venting with the windows and stuff, and it's just like finding that sweet spot is important when you're talking about a small space.
Yeah, wood stoves can put off a lot. There's actually one behind me right now, and it heats pretty much our whole house, and it's amazing how it's off.
Yeah, we always heat our house in Aaron with wood stoves as well, and I mean, it's a little bit of work, but it's a nice renewable source of energy, and it feels really nice too. So
yeah, it's a great feeling heat, right? Very consistent. It's beautiful.
So what about like electrical options? Obviously, some people can just kind of run the extension cord or actually properly wire in conduit to their bunkies, but other people it's a little trickier. Have you guys got the whole solar panels or other electricity options?
So there's depends. You can when you get into like the solar space and battery storage and that kind of thing, there's like entry level, the middle of the pack, and then you can go extreme, right? And I would say for most people with the bunkie life, you can keep it pretty basic, a few panels, depending on where it is in the bush. If the panels have to be mounted a distance away, you could run the cabling to a charge controller and then a battery bank. If they're going to run stuff inside the cabin just straight on DC, which is the nice thing about the Unique fridges, you don't have to go through an inverter. you can run straight 12, 24 volt off these fridges. So let's just take, for example, a deep cycle marine battery, 100 amp hours. You could put a 6 cubic foot fridge freezer on a 12 volt 100 amp hour, and you could run for at least 2 days without a battery charge coming from panels.
Okay.
So that's pretty good, right?
Yep.
So say you had family or friends coming up and you had a couple of those batteries, you could just have them in the main cabin if it has a power supply, and they could just be on a battery tender charged up.
Yep.
Well, connect them. You don't even need panels then, right?
Right.
And a fridge, and they're kind of self-sustaining.
Yep.
Go bigger than that if you wanted to go through an inverter and have some, wired stuff inside the cabin that is running off of 120 volt. You would invert the power from 1224 to 120, and you could go that route too.
Yeah, some of our clients have managed to keep everything DC, so they'll charge their cell phone and they'll figure out how to get their laptop to work on DC. And then the only thing remaining after that is like your lights, which there's a lot of DC options now for lights as well. So like you can just go, full 24 volts or whatever it is, which is pretty interesting because then you're not losing or having to buy an inverter and then not losing all the energy, flipping it back and forth.
Yep. Yeah. You don't like cheap inverters. You can get up to 30% loss. So yeah, if you think about your battery bank, you lose 30% of what your storage capacity is. And with batteries, if you're not going with lithium, you really can only use 50% of the battery capacity to begin with. After you go past the 50% mark of standard style batteries, then you're going to start to actually damage the cells in them. So I would say lithium's the extreme. Like if you're really going all out, people invest in lithium batteries. It's very costly, but it's the way to go. For Bunkie life, it's probably better to go with standard flooded batteries, lead acid, that type of thing.
And you can kind of bring it in with you for the weekend if you're using it, and then take it back home.
Yeah. There's actually a really cool company I'm working with called Hybrid Power Solutions. They're based out of Etobicoke. Francois, who founded the company, is an engineer by trade, and they built this system called the Backpack. And it's essentially a giant Pelican box. It's a military grade box. Their new system is going to have 5 kilowatts of lithium power in it, which is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually check out on my Instagram page at Canadian Off-Grid Depot. I just did a tiny house down in Niagara on the Lake with their backpack they have right now, and it's 3.6 kilowatts of lithium. And what the nice thing about it is it's on wheels. You could bring it into your cabin, like throw it in your vehicle. It weighs just over 100 pounds, but everything is included in it. It's your battery, it's your charge controller for plugging solar into it or a generator, and it is an inverter as well. So the customer that we did this for literally can move their tiny home wherever they want, take the system with them, plug it in wherever they go, set their panels up, plug it in, and away they go.
Yeah.
It's really neat. It is costly, it's up towards the almost $10,000 mark. So that's a lot considering, your Bunkies are about 13, is it? 12, 13?
Yeah. Like depending on the model, up to upwards of 10 to 14,000 or whatever. Yeah. So like half a Bunkie, or in some cases 80% of a Bunkie. So yeah.
But if you want to run everything,
if you want to do it, it's still cheaper than, let's say, buying an actual tiny home, like for $100,000 and or more now. I'm sure they're more, or buying a house for $1 million. So yeah,
exactly. Cool. Pretty cool. And it's all manufactured here in Etobicoke. I was actually just there yesterday doing some work with them on a prototype DC generator.
That was cool. So so that's like electrical heating. What are the other kind of products and stuff have you kind of niched into that I might not know to ask about?
So there's on-demand water heaters.
Right.
Most of the larger on-demand water heaters require a 120 volt. So on-demand water heaters, I sell the EcoTemp brand. It's a very good brand. Moved a lot of their product and had very good luck with them. They have outdoor models, which are pretty cool. So it could be simple, mount on the outside of the cabin in the seasons that are obviously not freezing. Yeah. And you can have hot running water into your cabin. You could have showers outdoors. You could have like a tiny shower inside if the customer wanted to, build the drain pan, and, it would be gray water. So they, depending on where they are, they could just have it go to a holding tank, or they could dig a leach pit near the cabin that it would go to. Mm-hmm. They run on propane. They're pretty easy to set up and install.
Can you run them with the little green canister propanes?
So there is a portable one called the L5, and it comes with the adapter where you could do that.
Okay.
I would suggest a little 5-pound tank.
Yeah.
Realistically, 20-pound tanks, the standard barbecue tanks, those are the easiest to come by.
Yep.
Pretty simple to move around. I always put them in a milk crate. So if anyone has a milk crate, put your 20-pound tank in it. That's the easiest way to move them
Yep.
around. But yeah, so you could do outdoor showers, or you could even plumb into the bunkie.
That'd be crazy. Do you guys? I've always thought it'd be cool to have like a kind of frame that comes down, and then you could hang a shower curtain around it that would mount on a wall. Have you seen it? Ever come across that?
Okay. I've seen them online. I don't sell them because, to be honest, I haven't had a lot of requests for the portable propane on-demand water heaters. A lot of the customers that I've had as of lately have, hunt camps, cottages, cabins way back into the bush or island living.
Yeah.
But they're definitely out there. And if someone is looking for something like that, you can always reach out to me. I honestly started out my business after working for Unique is selling Unique's products.
Mm-hmm.
And then a customer say, hey, do you have this product? I said, oh, I don't, but I'm looking to get into it. And then I would reach out to manufacturers, work with them, and bring it in under the Canadian Off-Grid brand. So, the more, if I get a lot of inquiries about it, yeah, for sure, I'll source it and I can help customers. And to be honest, if I don't supply it, I'm all about customer service. I will point customers in the right direction. It doesn't matter to me if it goes through me or not. I'm just happy to help people in this industry, right? And everyone, and I'm sure you know it best, how amazing these the clients are that we work with, right?
Oh my goodness, yeah. I mean, I can honestly say about 99.999% of our clients, the type of people I'd love to have a beer with anytime. The type of kind of people that are family minded. They kind of want to disconnect from their city life, or maybe they're going completely off grid. But in most cases, they're just really down to earth, kind of get it done kind of people that are going to go they're not vacationing at a hotel. They're vacationing at their cottage, right? They're vacationing at their camp, right? In a lot of cases, and there's something special about that. I find that the clientele tends to be just kind of salt of the earth kind of people, and that's been the best part about Bunkie Life, in my opinion, is people we serve.
Yeah, exactly. I love all the clients that I work with. They're amazing. And like you said, have drinks with them, have meals, have been invited to go up and stay, right?
Yep.
Come stay with us, come see what we're all about. Come, like, people from all across Canada. Like, I just before this, I was working with a customer out of Yellowknife, working on getting product up there. I've been moving a lot of stuff up to the Yukon and Whitehorse a lot lately.
Yep.
They even invited me to come up there. Why don't you come on up and help us install it? I was like, I'd love to. I'd absolutely love to.
Yeah.
But it'd be hard with the little ones, right?
I hear you. Yeah. My ability to accept invitations is declined with each child. But I appreciate those. Yeah. I love Canadians. I mean, we just have that gregarious spirit, and I'm really excited about kind of finding out more about what, from your perspective, what are your kind of number one or number two things that you sell right now? Is it still the unique appliances in terms of like the off-grid appliances?
So right now, because we're in winter across Canada, moving a lot of the Martin brand of wall heaters,
right?
Off-grid heaters. So they're out of Quebec.
Yep.
So I have people putting them in their off-grid shops, in their cottages, in their cabins. A lot of ice fishermen building their beauty huts to drag out.
Yeah.
So a lot up to Thunder Bay. They can get on the ice. It's usually in November, December, right? So been moving a lot of those. Unique is consistent. It's always consistent with propane fridges, the 12, 24 volt fridges, and their ranges. So I would say, but right now, between fridges, ranges, and wall heaters, that's the most popular.
Yep, that's so cool.
And then as the season will progress, we'll get into toilets, right? Toilet sales will pick up. So I'll carry the Separate brand and also the incinerating brand. oh my goodness. Cinderella, sorry. I don't know how I could not forget that. Cinderella, which is a fantastic brand. I would say for Bunkie Life, it'd probably be better to look towards the separate. It would be easier to install, whereas the Cinderella incinerating requires 240 volt or it requires propane.
Okay.
And fantastic product. So people who have cabins and are putting a bunkie at their place, but they have issues with either their septic or holding tanks, and they're looking for something they're not interested in composting to it. The Cinderella brand would be a great addition for them.
Okay, good to know. Trying to think of what other things people often ask about. I mean, I think you've really nailed the major categories of what people are kind of concerned about and stuff. What about any type of air conditioning? Do you guys have any kind of off-grid air conditioning options or anything like that?
So there is a company out of the States that I've been working with and planning on bringing some product up, and it's pretty cool. It's if you're familiar with mini splits or ductless systems.
Yep.
So I install it. I also do heating in there as well. So I install ductless systems all the time for people that have boilers or radiant, other types of radiant heating systems where they don't have traditional ductwork in their house.
Yep.
So this would be perfect for a bunkie. You could go with a 9,000 BTU head unit that would mount on the wall, and
Yep.
that would have an outdoor unit. And this product out of the States can run solely off of solar panels. You don't even need batteries.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool. So how it works is you'd need a minimum 4, I suggest 6 panels, and they'd be about 300 watt panels.
Okay.
And when you have sun, the system's running and it'll do heat or cool. Have it backed up by a 120 volt source. So if you're not producing enough sun for the system to run, the 120 volt kicks in and it will run it, or it will run it at night, right?
Yep.
Or if you don't have to even do that. So that's a pretty cool option if people have the ability and would prefer not to do with panels. You can go with standard ductless systems, which I can provide, and I work with the Carrier brand of AC systems for ductless.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, that pretty much covers most of my questions I had. Is there anything that I'm just too uninformed to ask about what you would kind of think would be like a killer add-on to a bunkie?
No, I think we pretty much covered it all. You have your fridge freezer. You could go with a small propane range. So you'd have 4 burner top and an oven, wall heater for supplemental heat, on-demand water heater, toilets. You're hitting all the marks.
Okay, fantastic. So if people want to learn more, they want to put an order in. What's kind of the best way to do that, Ryan?
So you can check out the website. It's CanadianOffGridDepot.com, or you can email me, Ryan@CanadianOffGridDepot.com. You can call me. My cell phone number is on the website. So
yeah.
I get customers wherever I am, even if I'm in the bush doing work for other customers, because I will go in and do installs, and the customer reaches out, they're getting me on the job. Like, it's not going through a 1-800 number. You're not going to receptionist. It's me, myself, and I'm here to support.
Okay, great. And so Brian and I kind of worked at a deal where if you're a Bunkie Life client, you can use I think it's the code Bunkie5, and you get some type of a perk or a discount of some sort. So take advantage of that, and we'll have a explanation of that on our website, because I think it's a perfect match between a tiny little bunkie and what you're providing. I think it's a really it's a great match. And is there anything that you wanted to kind of add before we kind of call it a night?
So I touched on it, and just so people know, if there's a product that they are interested in or something that I don't carry, that they would like to know more about, let me know, and I can find out, or I can track it down, and I can point them in the right direction. Or like I said, it'll be something that I'll bring in and start to carry and can support and offer to them.
Okay, brilliant. Well, support the Canadian businesses, guys. It's Ryan Brooks from Canadian Off-Grid Depot. And if you have any questions for Ryan, he's lots of ways to reach him. And I found super good at picking up the phone and getting back to emails quick. So really appreciate your time today, Ryan.
Yeah, thank you so much. This was fantastic, and look forward to working with you down the road.
Okay, cheers. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
All right, let's put our hands together for Ryan. That was a fantastic job he did. And like I said, he's very accessible. If you go to CanadianOffGridDepot.com, you can learn more and pick his brain if you have any specific questions. And yeah, I'm super excited about kind of that partnership. So people are asking, where is there one place to kind of go to get all this information? Let me share we've got a page on our website that's all about the additional options. So if you go to bunkielife.com/additional options, Ryan's stuff isn't on there yet, but we have a lot of different ideas about composting toilets, the solar panels, and things like that. Just kind of the overview of what we talked about tonight. There's some more specific and some links and things like that, like the cubic mini wood stove link and things like that. So check that out. That's a really good resource there. That's that we're always updating. Sometimes if someone's great, we'll add them. If someone's terrible, we'll take them off, and we'll kind of, basically go from there. And so I'm happy to take questions. We got a little bit of extra time. I'm hoping to do a hard cutoff at 8. But like I said, we have a very exciting set of live streams coming up this week. Tuesday, behind the scenes. Thursday, I have huge surprise announcements, multiple announcements. And then, of course, a week from today, we're announcing the winner. So that'll kick off our big sale for a week. And then that'll be kind of the gist of it. So, hey everybody, I'm here. Let's get to your questions. If you have questions, feel free to chat them in and I'll get to them. So Jen asks, can you sleep in the bunkies during the winter? Absolutely. Lots of clients, well, some people live in their bunkies full time, all year round. That's not for the faint of heart. Not everyone can pull that off, but if you insulate really well, you can get the bunkie up to pretty livable for most of the year in most of Canada, unless you're like in the, really far north. So I hope that, someone asked, is there a code word again? Yes, there will be a code word. I will be revealing it at some point. Thank you, Sonia. All right. Caroline says she's excited for the announcements. Awesome. Looks like you're having a good time. All right. Darlene says, I want to live in mine year round when I live in one. Cool. Do you deliver to Alberta and have builders there? Yes, we do deliver to Alberta. And we've had a few clients out there last year, and we're more seriously advertising there now. So I anticipate sending a fair number of bunkies there. And yes, we'll have recommended builders if you can't do it yourself or if you can't find anyone. And we also have a really good system for helping find contractors too. So we'll share all of the above and get you the resources if you don't want to put it together yourself. Someone says, what about laundry? Great question. That might be a question for Ryan. I haven't ran into that issue myself. So Michelle Patty Osmond asked, can you put two together? I wouldn't recommend that. I would just get a bigger bunkie. We can make bigger stuff. If you're trying to make a big one, just let us know. What's the approximate cost of a mini wood stove from Quebec? Go to cubicminiwoodstoves.com and check out the Grizzly. That's probably what you would need in most cases. If you're ordering a small non-lofted bunkie, you can use there's the Grizzly and the Cub. You can get by with the Cub, which is a bit cheaper. Do you have pictures of an insulated bunkie inside? Go on. There's a website or a subsection of our website. I'll share the link right now. But in a nutshell, we don't. I'm trying to think how to insulate bunkie. This is a good overview here. I'm going to type this in. Check this website out, which is available on our website. Go to here. There's a whole video and stuff. Bunkielife.com/how to insulate the bunkie. That should help you. Joanne, okay, check that one out. All right. If we can't be online to watch the videos live, can we watch later? Yes. So you can always go to bunkielife.com/TV, and a couple hours after these live streams, we post the replay. So you can always get the code word. If you can't watch them all, you can binge watch them on Friday or Saturday and get the code words. Just go to bunkielife.com/TV. What solar company do you use for your bunkies? I use one called Think Solar, but there's a number of different solar companies out now. We don't recommend any specific one, but Ryan Brooks can hook you up with someone, and we have a few other suggestions if you need to buy directly from them. So there's a kind of a handful of companies that we'd suggest you look into. Do you have a suggestion of how to add a covered porch? So that would probably be a carpentry job, essentially, like a carpenter or a construction kind of person that could do that for you. There's lots of different ways to do it. You'll notice on some of our photos, lots of clients do that. But in terms of how to do it, we don't sell like a little covered porch kit yet. My husband wants to know if he can declare the bunkie his doghouse. Yes. I spent a few nights in my bunkies. David, after talking to Brian, are you thinking of engineering an ice bunkie option, like an ice hut kind of thing, like a fishing hut? I'm not sure if I understand the question. Could you rephrase it? Tammy says you have a great thing going on. Well, I'm glad. Oh, you said to not use paint on the exterior, but some of your bunkies look painted. Okay, yes. So that's a good nuance there. So on wood, you need to use stain, such as Sanson Enviro stain. Now you can pick that. You don't have to go with brown. Like stain has evolved a long way. You can dye your stain pink. You can dye it green. The whole color of all the colors of the rainbow. However, with Sanson especially, you can pick different layers of translucence. So you can have the stain be pretty much see-through. You'll see the grain of the wood. It'll look, just like a stain. And then you can also pick ones that are more opaque. And so you'll just put it on and it'll basically look painted. But you don't want to use paint because paint isn't designed for the wood product that we sell. So use a good quality stain such as the Sanson Enviro stain. Are solar panels hard to install on a steel roof? Not really, no. I found it quite easy to do mine. You're basically just screwing them in almost like you're doing the metal roof again. I want to use mine as an office in northern Alberta. I would say doable. I would insulate the crap out of the roof and the floor. And I would say just budget, like there might be a few nights where it's too cold. Once it gets below minus 35, it can get a little bit intense for a little bunkie. But for the most, probably 95%, 99% of the year, you'll be fine with using that. So if you kind of budget that in, otherwise you could go full out and get an insulated office, but it's probably going to cost three times as much. So there's kind of that trade-off there. If you can put up with, I wouldn't be able to use it when it's really insane. You're probably more than fine. Can you share the calendar of events one more time? Sure. Let's do that. Sorry, right here. So Tuesday, behind the scenes, everything's at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Tuesday at 7, Thursday at 7, and then we're announcing the winner on Sunday, which is a week from today. Are the boards/panels easy to replace? Do you mean the walls of the bunkie? I'm not sure if I understand the question. The bunkie ladder, how many steps are there? It depends on the kit. So our 2019 is a little bit shorter, so it doesn't have as many steps. I don't know the exact number. I think roughly 11, but you can go on the website and do a 3D tour and you can count them. I think he only answers YouTube's questions. I answer YouTube and Facebook questions. Is the roof big enough for solar panels to power the bunkie? Basic lights, maybe a fridge? Yes, absolutely. You could do that with just 3 or 4 panels. Can you estimate the cost of having a bunkie built? Marie asks. Probably in the ballpark of $4,500 for someone to do everything. For our larger lofted bunkies, and probably more $3,500 for the smaller stuff. And that would include a metal roof and include the foundation in most cases, kind of assuming it's a flat, cleared area they can drive to. What type of bed fits in the loft? In the 2019 bunkie with a loft, you can fit a queen. And in the 2020 and the new one, you can fit a king. Can the whole roof support structural panels? Yes, we have engineered everything for really high snow loads, like northern snow loads. So it can definitely take a solar panel. How is noise insulated from the outdoors? Not too bad. I mean, I wouldn't say it's better than a house, but it's not too bad. What's the largest bunkie you can create with a permit if needed? We can go up to about a 15 by 15 version of our loft bunkie. That's our biggest one we currently make. I would love to have one as a mother-in-law suite on my daughter's property just when she's starting to build. Yes, that's a really cool thing to do, and a lot of clients do that. What is the biggest bunkie? Like I said, 15 by 15 plus a 10 by 15 loft. It's huge. Dave Gillis, I don't know if he's on here, but he's got one. It's really nice. We built about 10 of them last year, I think. So they're solid. Are they pretty watertight? Yes, absolutely. How many solar panels can you install on a bunkie roof? I'd have to do some back of the napkin math. We could probably do about 10 per side, depending on how you orient them. Did you give the code word? Not yet. Can you tell us again where to find the code words? I'm going to mention it verbally, Bonnie, on this live stream in the next 10 minutes or so. Saw the installation video about the roof. Is there anything about how to do the floor? I believe if you go to here, there's a video of me doing a floor potentially. bunkielife.com/how-to-insulate-bunkie. What's recommended for a property that's not very flat? You could try sonotubes, so you kind of dig into the ground, or screw piles, which kind of screw into the ground and then come out and you can build on top of that. I would check out sonotubes or screw piles in your case. A screening and porch kit would sell well too. Yes, we'll consider that as we grow, for sure. Do bunkies qualify as sheds? Do they need a permit to build? So it depends on your area. There's really no definition in most places of a shed or a bunkie, so you can just call it a shed, and that's fine in most cases. But obviously, consult your local mafia. I don't want to get you in trouble with your building authorities. It's an easy double check, and most times if you need a permit, it's not the end of the world. It's like a couple $100 in most cases. Oh, are bunkie tours booked up online? Okay, great question. So go to, if you want to come for an in-person tour, we do those in Erin, which is my house, which is like about an hour outside of Toronto. If you're far away, we do 3D Zoom tours, and you can have as many people as you want to come to the Zoom tour. Just book one and then share the link with all your friends and family that want to see it as well. Unlimited amount of people can join. Or if you want to just book a chat with myself or Andrew or Bryn, you can do it all at calendly.com/bunkie-tours. So it'll say in-person tour, 3D tour, or chat, and just book that. We opened up a bunch more physical tours, in-person tours this week because we got filled up really, really full. So Andrew's opened up a few more. So if you need to come in person anytime this week, let us know. And I realize my laptop's going to die. Give me 1 second. I don't want to the battery to die on us. There we go. Alrighty, so yeah, feel free to come by for a tour anytime you want. That works for you, Lisa. Yeah. Let's keep going. How do the bunkie kits ship? My property is 3 kilometers from the maintained road via bush road, nothing bigger than a pickup. So we could arrange a pickup truck and a small trailer to come and deliver. That might be the best in your scenario there. Or we could drop it towards the road and you could cart it in from there. There's ways to solve that problem. I enjoyed your booking system to speak to a Bunkie Lake employee. Really user-friendly. Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to chatting, Elizabeth. The 2020 with loft on your property is blue. Was that painted? That was stained, Andrew. If you came by, that was stained with Sanson Enviro Stain Midnight Blue. What would the delivery cost be to the Maritimes? You'd have to email us and we can get something very specific. If you want a ballpark, we can give you that too, but we have to kind of quote it out to your place. So email Shannon at bunkielife.com and she'll take care of getting you an exact quote. How do you insulate the floor and the roof? Go to this one, bunkielife.com/how-to-insulate-bunkie, and I've got some videos of how I did mine. How long do they last? Many years, I'm sure. Is painting and stain it, and good roof, keep the moisture off it, and I think you'll easily get 25 years out of a good bunkie if you're maintaining it well. All right. Does the bunkie come with a steel roof? No, the bunkie will come with the wooden deck boards that was included in the kit. And if you want to go with a steel roof, which I highly recommend, then you can buy that locally. That's going to be your best and cheapest option. And we'll provide a little order sheet for something to print out and give to your local Home Hardware, Home Depot, Timber Mart, wherever it is. So, do you have to be live online to win the contest? No. We'll be recording it, and we'll email the winner and hopefully call the winner. But it would be nice if you could tune in live so that we can get you on the phone and celebrate together for you. Is the gorgeous blue 2020 bunkie covered in a Sanson stain? Yes. Donna says, the double reminders, email, and text are awesome. Thanks, David. You're welcome. What do you expect the cost of the redesigned folding ladder? That won't be till fall. I realistically, like our production is really, really getting slammed right now. So I think we're not going to tackle that till the fall. And so I don't know Who knows what the cost of lumber is going to be like in the fall? Who knows? So I don't want to even quote you, but right now they're $3,000 for the full flat ladders. We have a few left, maybe like 5 or 6 left. So if you want to get that right away, we have those left and we can give it to you. But if you're waiting for the price to come down, you'll have to wait a while. And I can't guarantee the price will come down, but I'm hoping it will. It's the best way to finish the interior for easy cleaning. Depends on what you like. If you like the look of the raw wood, you can just put a little bit of a clear coat over top of that, and then it wipes away a little cleaner than just the raw wood. Or you can just leave the raw wood. It's just a little tougher to clean raw wood if it gets like a scuff on it. Can you put these in the backyard? Yeah, lots of our clients put them in their backyard for sure, Lane. Got any examples of water collection? Dan, if you type in "Can I live in my bunkie summer edition," the second part, Dan lives in this bunkie and he's got water collection going on. He didn't go into super detail about it, but I know he does do that. I think he just has like big, basically garbage cans, but nice garbage cans that are attached through eaves troughs. And I think that's how he does it. But check out that video. Could you supply a metal roof in the future? We used, when we first started, we would just order the roof, put it on the truck. It got really complicated, and we're adding a lot of cost to the process needlessly. Like the VicQuest supply chain is pretty good. They supply every single small hardware store, so it's actually cheaper for you to order it locally, and we make that process super easy for you. So that's why we went that way. Rather than, I understand the idea of wanting it as a one-stop shop, but for us to ship it to you, we're adding needless cost essentially. So it's actually way better to order it locally. Can you put French doors on the 2020 version like the older models? Maybe next year, not this year. We're too slammed to get into custom work of that scale. We can add a window, no problem. Adding a window, just let us know. But bigger structural changes, we will have to kind of put off till next year. Have you used hurricane clips in the joist of the roof? Yes, all of our kits come with hurricane straps that strap the top to the bottom. So yes, that's standard in every kit. What's the code word? Did I miss it? No, I haven't said it yet. Do you need to finish the inside with a stain? No, not necessary. I know your summer cabin used to have a single pane windows. Can you get with double pane? If so, how much extra? Currently, it's still single pane. That's just to keep the cost down on that kit. And it's mostly only ever used for the summer. So if you want to do a double pane version, that's not possible this year, but possibly next year. How much is a 15 by 15 bunkie? Oh, email in. I don't want to misquote. Andrew at bunkielife.com does all of our bigger stuff. He can give an exact quote. It's roughly like 21,000, I think, but I might be a little bit high. Oh, do you have a favorite name for the new bunkie? Yes, we worked on that, and we have some cool ideas that we're going to release soon that we got from you. So great suggestions, everyone. Is the wood you use spruce? Yes. Is it hard to change the double pane windows to triple pane? Yes. Currently, it's double pane is really your only option with all of our kits, except for the summer cabin. I guess you could always take the window out and install your own window. It's triple pane, like a vinyl kind of window. But the ones we make, there's really not enough room to make it triple pane. We custom make our own windows. Do you recommend using a spray foam? Yeah, I use a spray foam on a couple of my bunkies underneath the floorboards and then underneath the loft floor. So it works really, it's the best stuff you can get. Kind of expensive, but it's really awesome. Hello from Nova Scotia. Okay. I'm hoping I may not be able to get to everyone's questions. We're pretty much almost at the 8 o'clock mark. So are you able to recommend shipping companies get the bunk? So we actually handle that. We have shipping companies that will handle all of Canada. So we're happy to get it right to your property. We can also, if you live far away, we can put it to the nearest big city and you can pick it up. So there's a couple different cost options. So if you're serious and you want us to get you a quote, we can put that together for you right to your door or right to the nearest big city near you. There was a great video of a guy living in his backyard. Yes. Okay, that's Can I Live in My Bunkie with winter and summer edition. We did two videos. Can you arrange delivery to an island on a small lake? Yes, we can. Usually we'll take it to your local marina. and then it's up to you from there. But we can sort things out. Dumb question: can propane heaters be fueled by portable tanks? Yes, the barbecue. I asked that question to Ryan, and he said use a barbecue, the larger barbecue 20-pound or 30-pound tanks. The little green ones are just not going to last very long. How do we get the extra points for watching this video? So you're going to listen for the code word, which is finish. Finish as in finish, not like I'm done, I'm finished. So the word is finish, not to be confused with a man from Finland, who's Finnish. So that's the code word is finish. Stacey said, I'm enjoying your meaningful connection challenges. We'll be adding a meaningful connection challenge. The final one is being added to the scoreboard tonight. So check out bunkielife.com/bunkie. I'll type it out. Bunkie-contest scoreboard. Check this out. There's going to be tonight's live stream points available, and then there's going to be one final meaningful connection challenge tonight. So I think that is all the time we have for this evening. It's been a slice. We have 500 people watching live on Super Bowl Sunday, nonetheless. So I hope I was entertaining. Not as entertaining as the football, but hopefully almost as entertaining. Enjoy yourself this evening. Have a great time with your friends and family. If I missed any questions, I'll try to go back and comment the correct answers because I did not get to the bottom of the comments once again because there's so many great questions. So once again, we'll see you in just a few days. We have an upcoming live stream on Tuesday. And then on Thursday, we have a huge surprise announcement. And on Sunday, we'll be announcing the winner. So check that out. And once again, the Epic Winner Sale starts on next Sunday, and goes for a week. It's going to be the biggest sale of the year. Stay tuned. If you're serious about getting a bunkie in your life this year, it's the time to do it. Thanks so much.